Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, we're all doing well. Let's take a look at. We have Gulag coming in over here. Beautiful, beautiful. People coming in, tuning in. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at gold. Let's remove all analysis from all our pairs. It's a Friday, and as you know, it's a Friday. We got to be safe on a Friday. We don't. There's no reason to overtrade. There's no reason to over risk. Friday are days where we just chill out, relax, and just probably it's going to be maybe if we get some sort of move, then we're going to execute on it. But for the most part, it's going to just be a chilling day over here. So let's take a look at Forex Factory here. Let's open up our terminal. Is Raja muted or is my thing not working? Probably your thing isn't working. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. You guys have me second guessing. All right, so Friday, we have no news happening here. We have Billy speaking later on, but I'm going to be off the charts at that point. We got CAD unemployment stuff, the air happening, and that's about it. So let's do some fresh analysis here. Let's take a look on the daily on pound yen. Daily seems like we did come down to a rejection area. Previous candle rejected price level. Why not much trades in gold lately? Wow, you got to be kidding me. All right, let's take a look on the 4 hour here. 4 hours coming up. The only problem is this 4 hour candle just started half an hour ago. And as this 4 hour candle started, it just went bullish. Broke the high, went up. We're coming up to a rejection point, which is at the 151, 750, 740 at this point right here. Yeah, 740, 750, we got a rejection point right there. Let's go towards the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is also coming up to a rejection point. But at the same time, what we got to understand is that there was a minor resistance which was broken at 151,500, and this is a range now, right? This is a 22 pip range. So I probably want to see a break above 151,750, break above 151,750 for price to potentially continue all the way up towards 152, 150, because this is the area where we fell from. So it'll just make sense for price to continue up to correct this move, right? So if I'm going to be looking for a trade, potential buys above 151,750. This is the trade I'll be looking at. 151,750 for price to continue up. So far right now, we're like, I mean, if it's moving up, we've basically missed the move at this point. Let's take a look at this chart. Good morning from Nigeria. Good morning from Pakistan. This is pound yen. Break and retest, correct the move. Yeah, same thing we talked about, this rejection here. So we gotta take into account this rejection to the left hand side. All right, let's take a look at gold over here. Let's start off from the daily time frame. Oh wow, look at this daily candle. Daily candle rejected 1816. We're coming down over here. 4 hour time frame is consolidating, right? Look what 4 hour candle did, right? Previous 4 hour candle, it closed with no wick at the bottom, which means high probability for price to continue in the opposite direction. We had bullish candle forming over here, obviously resistance formed at this point. Let's take a look on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame is at a support. We have a resistance at 1806. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute, yeah, it's kind of messy at this point now, right? Because if you look on the 30-minute now, there was a bit of a rejection over here. So now basically this is a 20 pip range, 20 pip move all the way up towards 1804. But realistically speaking, I probably want this candle to close and then probably execute a buy on the next candle. What's this? What's this? Oh. Man, you guys in the Zoom, you guys are funny. You guys had me with it. I'm like, what the hell's happening? Alright, let's do this. Okay, yeah, so I basically want a candle to close right here with the wick, and the next candle can continue moving up. This right here is whatever, because ideally, whenever you're looking for the trades, you're looking for price to maybe come into an area where you have clean candles to the left hand side, right? So if we look for buys, I think a really good buy is going to be above 1806.40, 1806.50, because then when you look to the left hand side, you have clean candles going all the way up towards 1813, 1812 right over here, right? So we got this clean range over here. This right here, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll need to see some sort of a candle close with the wick and then expect the next candle to continue up. And that's where I'm going to try to take a trade on the next candle to continue up. I'll be very grateful if you explain why scaling in and out works and not closing open hold position. Scaling in and out works because let's say if you're in a trade and you're getting scared and you want to close out a percentage of a trade, and when you do close out a percentage of a trade and trade does go in your favor, then you're still in that trade, right? Then you can say that, oh, hey, like, you know what, I was still in this trade and I was able to catch the move. Excuse me. And I was able to catch the move, right? But if you close out the whole trade and trade goes in your way, then you're just like, oh man, I should have just held it, should have stayed in the trade, you know? So right now we're just chilling over here. So let me put another announcement. It's Friday. Do not force trades. Yeah, you don't want to force trades on Fridays. I think we may have missed the buys when 15-minute candle broke the highs of the doji. Yeah, 100%. 100% buys were missed, you know, so that's fine. Just gonna wait for price to break above 1806, or maybe when this candle closes somewhere down over here to anticipate for the next candle to continue up. Can you explain how you grew your first account? It took a lot of time. To grow my first account, it took a lot of time. You know, probably like, I'd say maybe a year and a half, you know. Small consistent gains, 10 pips, 12 pips here, there, 10 pips there, 12 pips there. Then losing 8 pips here, 9 pips there. And then, you know, sometimes getting bigger moves by just following the small consistent gains. And then, like, you know, over time, it grows. And then a point comes where you just get confident enough where you're just like, okay, like, you know what, maybe I'm just going to hold this trade. Like the gold sell I held yesterday. It was amazing. It was taken right over here. It was taken right up over here. Closed it right down at this point. Yeah, this is, oh, let's go over here. Last 3 days. Yeah, this was a sell right there. Amazing. This is beautiful. Biggest trade I had so far this, I think this year. It looks pretty sick now. If I look at the entire history, it looks really, really, really sick. Look at this. $50,000 deposit, $85,000 withdrawal, and total we're up about 350,000. What amount did you start your small account with? $700. My first account was $200 and I blew it. And then the second one I started with $700. Yesterday I held my biggest sell on gold too from 1813 to 1808. Oh, nice, beautiful. Please can you talk about trailing stops on gold? Yeah, so you're basically trailing stops below candles, you know, like as you're looking at small candles, they're coming down. So let's say that you're taking your sells at this point. Candle closes bearish, you're trailing stops above the lows of previous candles, right? Because when price is dropping, you're making sure the price is, like, you know, making lower highs and lower lows. So that's where you're basically trailing your stops. $700 account, 1 year grew to what? Just asking 1%? No, wasn't risking 1% on the $700 account. Back then, we had no idea about risk management, had no clue about risk management. So what my whole goal was to get to $1 lots, you know. So we're doing 10-cent lots, 30-cent lots on $700 account. Once I went to $1,000, that's when I started smashing one lots. You know, started smashing one lots, and I remember it was NFP, and my account was at $1,500, and I opened 3 lots on that account because we had no idea about risk management. You know, also, like, you know, that was disposable income. I was making good money, so even if I lost $1,000, it would have made no change on my financials, nothing. You know, so we're like, okay, let's do $3 lots. You know, did that on NFP, grew that account to about $4,000, and then traded that for the next week, blew that back down to 600, and ran it back up again, and blew that again, and then added more money, added 10,000, lost that, then added another 10,000, and lost that again. So slowly, like, lost money, made money, but then eventually I started to realize that okay, the reason why I was losing a lot of money was because, I was over trading, I was over risking, I was removing my stop losses. This is the big one. When new people come in, you guys want to remove your stop losses, and when you remove your stop losses, that's when things start to go south, right? And don't fucking do that. When you remove your stops, don't do that. Are you in gold buys? No, I'm in no trades at all today. Probably waiting for a break below 1800, or probably a break above 1807. I think a break above 1807 is going to be much better. How to manage risk on 0.01? Add a stop loss. In which session you trade gold yesterday? Can you explain when we should trade gold? You can trade gold at any time when there's volume, right? Yesterday I traded gold around, like at NYSE open, right? So if you've been trading New York session, all the guys here who've been with us for a New York session, you do know that if the gold consolidates for pre-New York, New York open, it's going to have volume at NYSE open, right? If you've been trading New York session and paying attention, right? NYSE started, we broke the low at 1812, was anticipating price to continue down towards 1808. We came down to 1808, filled that area. Once the next candle broke the low, we had clean candles through the left hand side. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to let it run. I'm going to let it run and see if we do continue down towards 1797 or not till, I think till Asian open, but it actually went there before that. Like, look, it started from here, 9, 10, 11. In like about 2 hours we went there. So it was a pretty nice move. What's this chart over here? This is secure 10 pips here because entering 4-hour rejection zone. Oh, beautiful. So you took an impulse entry right here as we broke above the high. Very nice. Would you consider the small bullish candle, 4 candles back from your 60K trade weak enough to take sells as it broke below? Weak enough to take sells? This one right here? Yeah, exactly. Because, this happened at NY Open. This happened at NY Open. And NY Open was just consolidating. If you look on the 15-minute time frame, you can see right here, right? 15-minute candle, it broke the low over here, and then you needed the next candle to break this low. Okay, let me just pull my chart up right here, right? Okay, so if you look on the 15-minute time frame, so look at this. Let's just talk about this area right here. You had support right over here. 15-minute candle broke below support, perfect. Now you needed the next candle to break below this low to continue down, but we didn't break that low, so there was no sells at that point. Next, what happened was, next we moved into NYSE, right? So when we moved towards NYSE, this was the 15-minute candle before the NYSE open, and then we were counting on this candle to break the low of the previous candle. But now at this time we gotta take a look at the 30-minute time frame as well, right? Because if we're looking at confirmations on a 15-minute, we got to make sure that the 30-minute is in our favor as well. So now when we go up to the 30-minute time frame, we can clearly see how this was a small bullish candle and we broke the low over here. And obviously this was a time of volume. And when we're breaking these lows in time of volume, which we know that there's a lot of volume at that time, then we filled this wick over here, then came down over here, and then continued down. And overall, it was a pretty good trade. Could you explain why you say safe if it breaks 1807 instead of 1810? 1807. Let's see here, 30-minute time frame. Yeah, 1807 is going to be better because that candle is going to break above where these candles couldn't break above. I have a question. When a candle closed bullish with no wick at the top, you say it has no range, but that should mean that there's a lot of bullish momentum. So why is better? So this, David, this question is answered in the database, in the candle formations. It's answered very thoroughly in the database. You can go look at that. But when a candle closes with no wick on the top, then that means there's no range for the next candle to fill. That's what I've seen in the charts. It's true it has a lot of bullish volume, but what I've seen and noticed is that there's a high probability price will go the opposite way when there's no wick at the top. Oh, we got Danny Katz also coming in with some pips over here this morning. Possible sells in gold. Looks like Head and Shoulders is forming. Yeah, I mean, if we break 1800, then yeah, for sure we can get sells, I still don't get it. Well, it's just how it is. It's just It's just how it is. It's what I've seen, right? When a candle closes with no wick on the top in a bullish candle, I have seen that there's a high probability price will go the opposite way. That's what I've seen, and I believe in it, and just stick to that. So whenever a candle closes with no wick, I just stay away from that. I wait for the next candle to close. That's based on my own personal observation. Oh, got the market maker calling. You see gold today make bullish go to 1820. If we can break above 1806, then 1813 is the next stop. Because look how big this range is, right? It's like a 70 pip range over here. So it's very easy to get to that point. Hey, when you said that, waiting for a current candle to break the high or the low of the previous candle, we're looking at the close of the previous candle or the wick. We're looking at, so this is what I'm looking at right here. For a candle to close like this. When it can close like this, anticipating the next candle to break the high at this point. Once we break the high right here, then that's going to be an impulse entry for price to continue moving bullish. That's what I'm waiting for. So the high of the candle is the wick, and the low of the candle is the wick as well. All right, so pound yen still in this over here. Why are you not secured at most recent support yesterday? To be honest, because if you've seen my stories, I was out. I was outside. I was having dinner with the family, so I just let that whole thing run. I wasn't able to check the charts because the data here is not good, so it wasn't loading up the charts for me at all. And all I was looking at the prices. On my Google Chrome, I was just looking at the prices of gold, and they went from 1811 till 1806 till 1803, and I'm like, all right, perfect, let's get another stake. And I went to 1800, I'm like, oh, awesome. And then I came home, I was like, I hope it's not retracing, and then I just closed. So yeah, just waiting right here. So it will be potential buys above 1807. Yeah, potential buys above 1807 right here. So we'll see how things basically pan out. Have any point thought about 40 lot trade running while I didn't? Have you at any point thought about? Yeah, but at the same time, I also knew what I was risking. I was risking like $8,000, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm fine with that because because I made enough profits to be okay with risking that much. Why wouldn't you take this retracement buy at the moment to test the high again? Because we have a support right here. We have an area of rejection right here. So it's not enough range for us to go up. Unless this candle closes and we can get a position from the next candle to continue up. But right now, I just don't see any trade at this point. How does it feel from developing from a 5 lot to a 40 lot within a year? It's actually okay, but withdrawing money-wise, it's difficult because, you know, all these funds are in Bitcoin, and withdrawing Bitcoin is a pain in the ass, you know. So even though I have all these funds here in the account, just withdrawing Bitcoin here in this country is a pain. You got to withdraw it to Canada, you got to pay tax over there, then you got to send a withdrawal to Pakistan, you got to pay tax on that withdrawal, and once it lands over here, you got to pay another tax because you're getting money in over here. So it's that, you know. So there are a lot of hands going into that pot of money. Previous daily low, GJ still in downtrend, anticipating price to retest this level, potential sells, waiting for resistance to form. Oh, you're looking for sells on pound yen. See, that would make sense if you're looking for sells on pound yen. And the way that's going to make sense is because if we're creating this resistance, we broke above this area. If this candle closes back below this range, only then this move up, it becomes a fake out. And whenever we have a fake out, then there's a higher probability for price to go to the opposite direction and maybe come into this area right here, right? Because if price is breaking above resistance, it's breaking above resistance to continue bullish. And if it's not continuing bullish, then where else is it going to go? It's going to go down, you know, because price only moves up and it moves down. Imagine if price moved diagonally and over here and over here and over here and over here, over here. No one will make money. It'll be just really hard. You know, so price will only move up or it's going to move down in times of volume. Oh, Joshua coming in with a $100 donation over here. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. This will probably be electricity bill for half the month. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Waiting for candle to break the previous high. Yeah, I think it's going to be better to wait for a support. It's going to be better to wait to form a support and then take a buy and then expect volume coming in from pre-London to continue moving up. Looking at high time frame, could you be looking for sells the previous 4-hour candle close weak bullish to fill the BTM break? BTM, I have no idea what that means, and I have no idea what pair you're talking about. I entered sell before getting back to work with a TP set. Oh, nice. That's a beautiful feeling right there. Waiting for resistance to form, then broke support to the upside. Yeah, or maybe for a support to form for price to continue up. So we also got some news coming in as well. Already looked at this chart. Hey Raja, how have you overcome to feel that your trades run? I'm taking my profit at around 10 to 12 pips most of the time. Trades around 10 to 30 pips after that. Just close partials, you know. If you want to build confidence in how to let your trades run, close partials and let the rest run. And then probably maybe in a year and a half, you're going to have enough confidence to let the entire trade run. Do you set alarms on the charts when you see a good setup? You cannot put an alarm when you see a good setup because you got to see a good setup, right? I just know times, you know. I know times, so I have a clock on my arm right here, this watch right here. I know exactly when it's going to be 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and I'm going to just look at the charts to see what's happening at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. If it makes sense, I'm going to execute. If it doesn't make sense, then it's... I couldn't find the trade copy through it. Just logged in. Well done on gold last night. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, this move down here, this could be a fake out at this point. We got 4 minutes left for the candle to close, 4 minutes left for gold to close here as well. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Joshua coming in with another $100 over there. Man, you gotta stop, man. You're gonna make me deposit, or you're gonna make me match your donations over here now. Stop doing that, man.
Do you want to know how you could have capitalized on these moves with my free YouTube analysis? Well, I'm a
Oh,
top author on TradingView, and every day I share a lot of free analysis and content on my YouTube channel that will immediately make you a free user.
oh, I can't send donations from Pakistan. Interesting. it's not. It's not active. Oh, damn. All right. Let's see here. Hop in to say hello, hello, hello. So plot, you don't charge him later on the paid streams. Yes. What's this? Pound yen daily. Daily is at a support. Okay. We'll see. What's your thoughts on on-screen version of Magic Keys? I think it's amazing. All right. Gold is closing in about 3 minutes. Now this is the thing, right? If we're closing bullish with a wick to fill over here, would a buy make sense having stops below this candle, anticipating price to continue up to 1804, right? This will be a risky buy, but I think a better buy is going to be above 1807. And since it's Friday, since we want to be safe, since we want to stay in our risk assessments, look for good trades, good clean trades. Good clean trade is going to be below 1800. Right, below 1800. If you look at this to the left hand side, you have 18 pip range, and then you have a potential to continue down towards 1796. So that's a potential move you can get with volume coming into pre-London. But if you do break above 1806, then that's going to be a much better move up. Do you know if Magic Keys on screen works on a Microsoft laptop? I know normal Magic Keys doesn't work on it. I have no idea. You'll have to check. Raja, Monaco and Dubai are tax-free countries. Think about moving there. No, because home is Pakistan, and I love it over here. You're your own boss. No one's here to tell you anything. You just do whatever you want. You buy whatever you want. You build whatever you want. There are no regulations based around that. So it's awesome. Did you see drone delivery Canada news today? It's good news. Oh, nice. I haven't even checked those stocks yet. I'm in Tesla and in Drone Delivery Canada, so we'll see what happens. So we got a minute and a half left now for these candles to close. 4-hour on pound yen. I do think this 4-hour should turn bearish. If we do, okay, this is the thing, right? This is how you can visualize moves. If you can visualize the 4-hour candle turning bearish, this means this move up is supposed to be a fake out. If this is a fake out, then we should continue down towards 151.200. Should be the target. 151.200. It's a pretty good target. It's like a 28, 29 pips away. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is buys if you break above the high, candle broke resistance, price here support, price. Okay, yeah, makes sense. But we didn't break the high at this point yet, so we're just waiting over here now. Sir, I lose every day. What happened to me? Probably you're overtrading. Probably you're not looking at your losses to see where you're going wrong. That's the most important thing.
YouTube.
That is the most important thing. Whenever you take a losing trade, you have to look at that and say that, okay, how could I have done something different? Really, I do this all the time. Whenever I have a losing trade, I look at that and see that, okay, how could I have done things differently? Oh, we got Josh coming in with another $100. Man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop that. How about living costs in Dubai? Probably 5 times. Yeah, it's almost the same. A little bit bigger. Which website do you use to see expected outcome of news? Forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. This is where I look at it. So yeah, just waiting over here. See, potential buys about 151 to 750, and that's about it. Are you going to put your account on Dominion Trades? Yes, probably in a month when we move in. All right, let's take a look at. Oh, gold is breaking down here. Interesting. We've broken the low. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, 4-hour is still open at this point. If the 4-hour can break below 1799, I think we can continue moving bearish below this wick to the left hand side. this entire range 1796, but I'm not going to execute on it. I'm probably going to wait to see if we break below 1796 over here. At the beginning, it's better to focus on win the trade rather than growing account, right? Yes, in the beginning, it's 100% important to focus on winning the trade. You got to focus on winning a trade. Why are you not winning the trade? Once you start winning trades, growing account comes later on. You know, at the beginning, don't even worry about growing account. Like you have all these Instagram gurus, you know, talking about, oh, compound account, grow account, up your lot size. Motherfucker, if you don't even know risk management, if you can't even win trades, how the fuck are you going to up your lot size without losing? Doesn't make any sense. You know, so you gotta start slow. Focus on winning trades. Focus on how much, like if you're losing, why are you losing the trade? You know, some guys say, oh, don't focus on losing. Don't focus on losses because it's negativity. No, it's not negativity. When you focus on a loss, you're focusing on where you went wrong. Where was your weakness? You got to identify your weaknesses. You know, whether your weakness was over trading, whether your weakness was over risking. What was your weakness? You got to focus on that. Hey Raja, please did you check if move up on gold wasn't caused by fundamental news expected to correct? Thanks in advance. Much respect for what you're providing. Yeah, it was basically this move up wasn't a fundamental based move. So I think that's the reason why we corrected this entire move down. What are the main signs of a non-trade zone? Okay, education time. Education time, and this question is a very, very important question. You, sir, get a golden star from the Gulag. What are the signs of a non-trade zone? Right, so we're going to go over what are the signs of a non-trade zone. This is actually a topic we wanted to cover in the second intake of market fluidity, but I guess someone asked this question pretty good. Right, so this is a non-trade zone right here on gold, right? Which is why I'm staying away. Right, this, right? The number one sign of a non-trade zone is that number one zone is less than 20 pips. You know, actually, this is gold, so this is a much bigger zone. Let's see this here. Okay, so let's do this. This is like a 20 pips right here. 20 pips, spread in gold is like almost 2 pips. Doesn't make any sense. Signs for non-trade zone is less than 20 pips. Second sign is that zone has consolidation in it. These are the two signs. If there's consolidation, you can see right here to the left hand side, you have consolidation, boom, no trade zone. Zone is less than 20 pips, boom, no trade zone. That's it, no trade zone. Oh, and also the third sign is if there are, if we have rejections. If we have rejections. This is another sign of a non-trade zone. Rejection, right? So now this 30-minute candle, this is a rejection. Look, price went up, rejected, came down. So this becomes a non-trade zone. And when we move above this area, 1804 to 1806, this becomes 20 pips, less than 20 pips, whatever, plus consolidation, so non-trade zone. So screenshot this right now. Screenshot it. I know someone's going to later say, oh, hey man, can you tell me what a non-trade zone is? I missed it. No, you didn't. You just didn't screenshot it. Just screenshot it. Perfect. Hope you're doing. Could you please cover the risk management in short summary? I mean the important aspects and how to implement, understand the risk management. Mubashir, that's explained in a lot of detail in the risk management section in the database. So you got to go through that. Sorry, I can't explain it right over here. It's a live stream. It's a live stream. If the most recent candle to the left is clean, but consolidated prior to that, is it a good? It's not a good. I mean, it depends from a chart. So you need to send a chart. Oh, I guess Joshua is having too much 1942s here today. Bro, you gotta chill. Guys will probably start saying, oh, this guy's he's a partner over here. Man's drinking a lot of 1942s tonight. It's also late at night over there too. Where is he? Oh, there he is, right there. Got his 3 TVs in the background. The TVs are reflecting off the mirrors over there. Are you going to be doing an NY session today? No. No, sir. All right. Look at this pound yen, right? We're almost having this fake out over here. So check this out. This is an example of a fake out. If this bomba clot candle can close below this area here, 151.450. If we can get a close below this area, then we can expect the next candle to continue going bearish. And I think that's going to be coming in before London Open. And that's going to be a very, very nice sell. Plus also look at this, right? Look, this previous candle had no wick at the bottom, which means there's no range for the next candle, right? So then you can expect this next one to continue down. Ted changed his name on Instagram. I found out after 3 weeks of searching. So now you got to do the same. You got to find out about 3 weeks of searching. Very bad pound data. Let's take a look at this over here. Pound. Ooh, extremely bad data. Yeah, it makes sense for price to continue down. Can we take an impulse entry over here? Stops are going to be around 12 pips. Anticipating it to continue down to 151.250 with this one clean candle coming down. Can we make it happen? Can we make it happen? Right, for price to come down, stops above this candle. I think so. The only problem, we have this rejection, but we're going to cross through this area because we're moving in a high volume time at this point. Yeah, I think so. I think that could be a very well managed trade for price to continue down, taking especially on 30-minute time frame. Ideally would want this 30-minute candle to close, this one right here, would want this to close and then take a trade on the next one to continue down. How do we know if the move was not good fundamentally? Because there was no news. No news caused that move up in gold. Please, how did you check if the move on gold though? Raja, where would I find a database? You can find a database when you enroll in Microfluidity. What is Super Chat? Super Chat is where you donate money, but for some reason I can't do that today. Alright. What do you visualize as a perfect entry with zero drawdown? How do we know if the move was not good fundamentally? Oh, in case your trade is running into consolidation areas and stay there over 2 hours, would you close the entire position or close partial? Close partial. Alright, so gold is still consolidating. Would want to see gold below 1796. That would make sense. 1796 to fill this wick, 22 pips, and then continue on now. Can I sell now? Well, if you sell now, your stop is going to be above this previous candle. I'm going to wait to sell after this 30-minute candle closes and the next one breaks its low to continue down. So I'm going to be looking for sells on the next 30-minute candle, not on this one, the next one. But I do understand, only because it's Friday. You know, it's Friday, you want to be extra safe, you know, stuff like that. So I'm like even if I miss this move, even if this candle moves straight down, that's totally fine. I'm okay with missing the move because I already did well for this month so far, so it's all good even if I miss it. What is a DXY and how to watch and trade it in Euro USD? You can't. If you're trading Euro USD, you gotta focus on Euro USD. You can't focus on DXY and trade Euro USD, or you can't focus on DXY and then trade like, you know, gold and stuff like that. Oh, Josh with another. Right. Josh needs to chill. CHIL. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bro, what's going on with you, man? What's happening? We can't even see your face. We can only see the hat, the forehead. Pumping it up. Pumping up the numbers. Alright, let's see here. Well, this is good in a way because then you can claim this as expenses. Oh, I forgot. My accountant told me you got to have more expenses. I just forgot about this donations. These are all expenses. Just donate away and expense away. What's Ted's new name on IG? Checked our mutual followers and still can't find him. Well, you got to find him. I spent 3 weeks. So now you got to spend those 3 weeks to find him. Oh, what's this? I'm sharing the bad trade that I took. It's not fair to just share the good one. That's true. Let's take a look over here. Oh, pound yen 15-minute chart. 15-minute candle close strong bullish. Makes sense. Rejection over here makes sense. Next candle broke the high. Entry when it broke the high. Oh, you know what? Honestly, I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. And if this candle would have closed weak bullish below this area, then I would have closed partials, you know. But yeah, that makes sense. So see, so you can learn something from your losses here as well, all the time. Can we look at GA? Absolutely, absolutely. Let's take a look at GA. Oh, your JPY is just ranging. GA daily is rejecting. 4 hours coming down. We possibly have a wick to fill right here, which is 8 pips away. Not enough range. Not enough range at all. So, you know, we're just consolidating right over here. May want to remove this area. And yeah, remove this area. I do think if we can break below 1.85, let's say 390 or even 400, price can continue down because we got clean candles to the left hand side, right? And if you measure this range, it's a pretty decent range. Yeah, this is a pretty good range. 30 pip range over here in GA. Just got to break below this area here. So this is the beauty about trading, right? We got 16 minutes left to just chill. So it's going to wait for 16 minutes to just chill, and then we're going to try to make a move. Yeah. Yeah, I just got to wait for these 30-minute candles to close in about 16 minutes. Congrats on 60K. Thank you. Thank you. How to trade less? How to trade less? 2 trades a day. Dolphin Trader. Yeah, so just waiting for 30-minute candle to close over here. I'm going to get something to... yeah, we got some mangoes here today. Going to cut them in cubes. Oh, what's this? Euro USD 1 hour chart. This took this trade because support was broken. Price came back to retest support and broke the previous low. Okay, perfect. Makes sense. We broke the previous low. Now all you need this candle to stay bearish, and then you can expect the next one to continue down. Did you see McGregor and Dustin press conference? I have no idea what's going on over there. No clue at all. Haven't seen the news at all, man. Yeah, I'll be right back. Why mango is your all-time favorite fruit? Because it's amazing. Let's see. All right. How do you deal with the trade you choked on, and then later it continues your way anyway without giving second chances? You learn from it. You learn from it, and whenever you're trying to choke on a trade, or whenever you see a trade running your way and you're getting kind of scared or you're hesitating a little bit, just take a small position. Take a small position on it, because in that way, at least you're going to be in that trade. So you're not going to say, oh man, you know what, I missed that trade, now what's going to happen? Because the point is, you need to be in that trade, whether that's a 100 lot, 10 lot, 1 cent lot, 10 cent lot, whatever the case is. You got to be in that trade to build confidence, right? Because the more you take those trades on smaller lot sizes, your confidence is going to get built over time. And then a point is going to come where you're going to say, okay, like, you know what, I've seen this happen a lot of times before, and I've, used smaller lot sizes. So let's just use our normal lot size. And what's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to move against you, right? If it moves against you on your normal lot size, then you know how to manage risk. Then you can say, okay, I'm just going to close partials because I know how to manage risk. And once you close partials, managing risk, then you're going to understand that, okay, like, you know what, even if it moves against me this one time, I lost less than what I expected to lose, right? So that's just whenever you're choking on trades, just take a small position, just to be in that trade, just to say, hey, I participated in that trade. Are you using a laptop or PC? I'm using a PC. I got two 4K screens running at the same time. How far to the left you look? How do you know where price is most reliable? You look at clean candles, right? So if you look at pound yen, right? So if you look to the left hand side, if you break above 151.750, you look to the left hand side, you see you have clean candles, and this means that when you have clean candles to the left hand side, this means price will have a much easier way to move up. When you have consolidation to the left hand side, it's going to have a much harder way to move. So that's why it's important to just wait for price to come into a clean area. It's very important. What's something to do in Pakistan besides going out to eat? Depends on what you want to do. You want to watch a movie, you can go to the cinemas, watch a movie. You want to go to the zoo, you can go to the zoo. These days we're preparing for sacrifices, so we're looking for goats to sacrifice, cows, camels to sacrifice. So that's pretty interesting. Like, what the fuck kind of question is that? Like, you can do any normal things. Like, you can go to the park, you can fly kites. Kite flying is pretty big. I mean, if you have friends, you can go on motorbike rides with your friends, you can go on car rides with your friends. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do. Let's see here. 18-year-old living 100 kilometers away from Raja saved up $200 with 130 moving to Dominion markets the day I get my AdSense pin. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Amazing, man. You're 18 years old and you have access to so much information. When I was 18, I did not know anything. So you are years ahead of me. That's amazing. I bet I was 18 years old back then. Cows for sacrifice? Yeah, exactly. The clean move there is choppy movement in same area. Yes. So right now we can see how this candle is moving. We were anticipating a fake out to the downside, but obviously it's not happening. So it looks like we're rejecting this level. So now we got to see, are we going to break above 151.750 to continue bullish or not? So we got to wait. What's the best spread for less than $1,000 account, raw or standard? It depends on what your goals are. Are your goals to pay commission and get lower spread, or is your goal to not pay commission and have a higher spread? So it depends on your goals. If fundamentals say bad news for pound, doesn't this mean pound is weak, and so the expectation for pound yen is to go bullish? Just read what you said, Finland. You said if pound is weaker, shouldn't pound yen go up? According to your statement, it should go down. But news doesn't dictate where price is going to go. Probably, like, it did go down for this shitty news. Like, look, This yellow means low impact news, you know. Maybe that's the reason it went down a little bit. So now it's kind of like back in this range. So this is a non-tradable range. This range is a non-tradable range because it's less than 20 pips. So we got to wait for price to break up. All right, John Hash, take care, take care. Have a great weekend. When you started your trading in the beginning, 2016. Started in 2016. I cannot see your chart. Please, background color. What's wrong with the background color? Maybe it's not. Maybe there's something wrong with your monitor. We got what? We got thousands of people over here. They can see the background just fine. Would advise trading Bitcoin on the weekend through Dominion markets? No, I wouldn't. It's very expensive to trade. Trading crypto on Dominion markets right now, it's very expensive. You know, as we grow bigger, as we get more liquidity, it's going to get cheaper and cheaper. But right now, it's expensive because, you know, we're still smaller. You know, so we're only focusing on currencies. Did you explain your gold trade on stream? Yes. Yes, sir. Explained why I took it at NYSE rather than breaking below this area here. Explained all that. Which is a good commission based or spread based? In my opinion, I think commission based is good because, you know, I'm a scalper. I look for small moves, and for me, commission based works perfectly. How did you know that the move on gold wasn't fundamental based? Because there was no news. Funding Talent has zero commission and very low spread. Yeah, but they're not a broker. Can you please share your mango shopping again? No. I'm not sure if you have internet issues, but I cannot see clearly your screen. I have no issues. You have issues. Did you expect gold to move from 1809 first, then down? No, I did not. It came down and I was surprised, man. When gold came from 1813 down to 1809 and then dropped to 1797, I was like, whoa, what a move. That was crazy. All right, Euro USD, looking at sales below this area, you have clean range. Yeah, it could work off. It could work well. So we're just waiting for the 30-minute candles to close. Since we've been here, we've just been waiting for the 30-minute candles to close and show us some direction. And so far, we haven't seen any direction at all. So it's going to be a bit of a wait over here. What's the difference between pre-New York, New York Open, and NYSE? All three of them start at different times. You know, pre-New York starts at around like 6:30 a.m. Eastern. New York Open 8 a.m. Eastern. NYSE 9:30 a.m. Eastern. How to believe someone? That's a good question. How to believe someone? I don't know. No idea. My account on Dominion Service says server B. There's no such thing as server A or server B. We have US servers, UK servers, and Dubai servers. There's no such thing as server B. Are you not taking a look at YouTube charts? You're looking at the Zoom? No, we're looking at everything. So I'm just waiting for pound yen to break above 151.750 to see where we're going to go after that. Gold is obviously dropping over here, which is fine, perfectly fine. You know, because this is a non-tradable range over here. The hardest way to stay away from trades is to is to stay away from a move which is happening in a non-tradable range. So this is a non-tradable range here. You're going to have some webinar for new intake. Yes. So I think we have July, August. I think on 5th September, we're going to have a webinar like that. How do you have FXCM on gold? I just chose FXCM from up over here. Man, I'm just going to stop answering these dumbass questions. Let's see here. Be friendly with all, but intimate with a few. And let that few be well tried before you give them your trust. There's something inspired, but oh, nice. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a very good saying. Very nice saying. How do you deal with Asian spreads? Got stopped out of a trade last week when I got my alerts. Already 15 pip in profit, 10 pip stop loss. Spread went to 30 pips for about, oh wow, 30 pip spread. Damn. See, now spreads can go up in 3 instances. One, when you have news. Second, over the weekend. And third is when the markets open back up again. So you gotta focus on not to trade when the markets open up. Let's say at 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern is when spreads go up really, really high. So you gotta be very careful. How much are Dominion market debit card fees? There are no fees on debit cards. You have to search gold from your phone. How do you deal with all this BS? Very quickly, I just ignore it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very good sell below 1796. Potentially amazing sells below 1796. Just got to be safe a little bit. This is what I'm going to be looking at. Below 1796. Because then we can fill this wick and then we can potentially continue on further down towards 1791. What is the max deposit in Dominion markets? Oh, max deposit is whatever you can afford. When you start trading, did you have any patience issues? Yes. Wow, man, 1 full hour and nothing exciting happened over here. GA is also ranging. Looking like GU is also in a range. See, now this is a non-tradable range in GU. But once we break below this area, then you have some sort of a range for price to continue down. Will you switch to lower time frame? For example, when our candle breaks, are you going to look at lower time frame confirmations? Yes. Yes, lower time frame confirmations are very important. So I'm going to be looking for lower time frame confirmations. Especially on pound yen, once we do break above 151, 750. Lower time frame, I mean 15-minute time frames, 15-minute candle confirmations. Those are going to be much important. After deposit in crypto from India, how to make a withdrawal? Same way you make a deposit by crypto. Who was your mentor? Uncle Ted was my mentor. Oh, what's this? Due to your recent post about... Oh, they're trying to send me a lawsuit over defamation. Astro Forex. They're trying to send me a lawsuit for defamation of their brand. What the fuck? Oh shit. Yeah, buddy, good luck. I'll just tell them to shove it up their ass. Oh man, so crazy, so funny. Defamation lawsuit from Raja Banks. Good luck. Did you migrate back to Pakistan? Yes, I did. Raja laughs in Pakistan. Yeah, exactly. Even if I was in Canada, man, they can't do anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know the amount of people looking for them for financial misleading, for stealing money through different schemes. Incredible. They can't go ahead with this. When the price breaks the previous high or low, but the price doesn't create liquidity, do you take an impulse entry? Sometimes, yes. And in those instances, let's say those things. Okay, so the question is, let's say you have a candle which is closing like this, right? And for example, let's say the next candle breaks the low and just continues down without making a top wick. Do I take an impulse entry in that point? Now, the only way I'm going to take an impulse entry is going to be on high volume pairs. So this is my Instagram right here. Right. So the only reason I'm going to be taking an impulse entry in that aspect is going to be on um, pairs that are really high in volume, like gold. You have pound yen, pound AUD, pound USD sometimes. Because when we're breaking the low on pairs like those, and they haven't created like your liquidity wicks, there's a high probability they will continue down with a lot of volume, especially when you're trading them in a pre-London session or London Open, right? Or like pre-New York, New York Open, stuff like that. But on lower volume pairs like Euro JPY, USD JPY, USD CAD, it's pretty hard to do that. So it depends on which pair you're looking at. But yeah, I will do that. I will take impulse entries, but that's also going to be with the lower risk at the same time. Just like what's happening on gold over here. Price came down, broke below the support, broke the low over here. There's a high possibility for it to continue down. But I'm looking for sells below 1796, so I gotta wait at that point. Let's take a look back to pound yen over here, see what's going on. Oh, we're coming back over here. All right. All right, look at this. Are we going to close below this area for the London Open to just drop, or will we reject this area to go up? Um, how are you coping with temperature change? By taking 3 showers a day. That's how I'm coping with the temperature change. 3 hours a day. 3 showers a day. One in the morning, one in the afternoon before I take a nap, and then one at night before I go to bed. All right, we're coming downtown. See if we reject it or we break it to continue down. Looking at pound yen over here too. The London Open. Oh, what the hell? This video over here. This video over here got 100,000 views. Damn.
During this time, you know that
100,000 views. Crazy. Didn't expect this. Damn. Okay, so what are you getting for Eid? We're getting a goat. We're getting a white goat. Oh, that video. Let's see here. Uh-oh.
saw this, man. Who the Fed? Oh yeah, I remember they were digging.
All right.
So much fun.
Let's see here. Gold's coming down. Well, what's this over here? What's the difference between a standard and pro account? Standard account has commissions. No commissions, higher spreads. Pro account has commissions and lower spreads. So I go with the pro account. 1796 is a very, very delicate situation. Extremely delicate situation. I'm from Romania. I have some good goats, but here they cost just $50. Should I export them to Pakistan? Yeah, for sure. Here goats cost about $200. So you're gonna make a. So there's a good margin over there. 200, 250. Got 22 minutes till London Open. I think Euro USD is also selling off. GU is also selling off. We're seeing a weakness in the dollar over here. Oh yeah, look at that. We're selling off pretty strongly over here on Euro USD. Very, very strong sell-off. We're coming down to where, yeah, it's selling off. GU as well, same idea. Just looking to see if we can execute something on gold below 1796, or maybe on the next 15-minute candle. GG is also about to close in about 21 minutes on a 30-minute time frame, so we're going to keep an eye on that. Probably below 1796 on gold would make sense to fill the wick at 1794. What's the biggest lot size you've used before? 50 lots, and a loss on that. I'm having a hard time executing at multiple time frames. I'm finding pound pairs stay at 30-minute, lowest and 15-minute at gold, but I know I need to go lower to be more precise. Can you give me advice? Yeah, I mean, I say this all the time. When you're missing trades, you're getting hesitant, getting scared. Just look to see how you could have executed on that trade, and learn from that. A lot of you guys don't learn from trades. You guys don't learn when sessions are finished. When sessions are finished, I always go over my session and I look to see how I could have done better, and where could I have, like, let a position run, where could I have, like, let the risk run a little bit more. So that always works all the time. Oh, let's see here. We got an impulse sell on gold. Nice. Impulse sell at the break of the low, secured 90%, 15 pips. Beautiful. Very, very nicely done over here. All right, 15-minute candle is about to close in about 5 minutes. Will we be looking at a continuation or an impulse entry? Because we are approaching a strong support on the 4-hour. Very, very strong support on the 4-hour. Look at the support. But if this candle is going to push with volume, it should continue pushing all the way down to 1794 and fill this wick right here. 1794. This is what? Oh, 22, 23 pips away. I thought this would be like 40, 50 pips away. I have buys on gold. Oh, crazy. What? Buys on gold at support? I think you need to see some sort of a confirmation over here, son, to take buys. Yeah, might be looking for a sniper entry. Alright, do I want to risk some profits from yesterday? Or do I want to stay calm? We gotta stay calm. Also, it's Friday as well. Is it a bit risky as the price already moved from 1800 on gold? Not really, because the way we know gold is that gold can move with a lot of volume at times. So like there are instances if we break below 1796, it can very well continue down towards 1794 and fill this wick right over here. How much you happy after made 60,000? If I was made that, I broke my house in happy rage. I wasn't that happy at all. I mean, it was good it played out, but I mean I have much more than 60,000, so it was just like okay. How would you enter this trade? Would you impulse or wait for close below? On pound yen, obviously I'm going to be waiting for price to break above 151.750. I'm going to be waiting for price to break above this area to continue up. On gold it's a little bit tricky because it has already moved this much. It's moving into this rejection area. So we'll be waiting to see if price breaks below this area or not. Okay, where would the resistance be if GJ breaks 151.750? Oh, there we go. We got the last 15 minutes over here. You can see how we rejected on gold. So no sells at this point. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, we're also rejecting this area. We'll need to see a clean break below 1796 for price to continue bearish. Pound yen, nothing at this point. Nothing. Let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame here. 30-minute is a rejection. Yeah, see if this 30-minute candle closes bullish, then it would make sense for the London Open to continue moving up. What's the GOAT's name? GOAT's name would be probably Jason Bond 007. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll be a much better idea to wait for the 30-minute candle over here to close bullish, and then the next one can continue moving up. Alright, if we're breaking above the highs over here, can we continue moving bullish till 151.750 and beyond? Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour is also bullish. It's got to break above this high. Looking at the 1-hour time frame to fill that wick. 15-minute is still bullish. So I guess we can expect volume to continue driving price up, right? Let's take a look here. All right, beautiful. Executed a buy right at this point. As we broke above the high, stops are right over here, 151,500. Expecting price to continue up towards 151,750, and with volume coming into with the London Open, expecting it to continue moving bullish. You can see right here, executed a buy at this point. So just expecting it to, you know, break above this area, because we've also broken above the high of the previous candle, and that should continue us up to at least 151. I would say like 740. Let's put it at 740 right here. It's around 13 pips over there, 12, 13 pips. Why we can't open a 100k demo account on Dominion Markets? Because it serves no purpose to open up a 100k demo account. So that's why it's capped at 5,000. Which strategy is it using? Supply demand. This is a very simple strategy where you're looking at candle formations and the way they're forming, the way they're moving, the way they're rejecting areas to continue moving bullish. So this is the whole idea. We're breaking above the high, we're moving into high volume time, and we're anticipating price to continue moving beyond this area after this huge retest to continue bullish to 151,750. So yeah, this is the trade we're in, my boys. We shall get to the promised land. We got a lot of volume coming in. Hey, is having risk reward less than 1 a problem? Like having 10 pip take profit and 20 pip stop loss? Yes, that's a problem. You gotta at least have 1 to 1. 1 to 1 is better. At least have 1 to 1. How would you manage this trade? Okay, so the way I'm going to manage this trade is going to be like this, right? So if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, right? Or if this 15-minute candle breaks its own low, then I'm going to close 50%, right? So this 15-minute candle, because I want this 15-minute candle to not break its own low. I want it to break its own high to give us the confidence it's going to continue moving up. So that's how I'm going to manage my trade. So I'm going to close 50% if it breaks its own low, but if it closes also bearish, I'm going to close 50%. So being really, really tight with risk management. So you got to be really, really tight with risk management. How to stop myself from opening too many trades? Just don't open too many trades. Like, come on, man. Have some control over your life. Don't open too many trades. Oh, gold is just ranging over here now. We are ranging in action on gold. Someone's holding pound yen from 151 156. Oh wow, that's a really, really, really good hold over there. Can I trade currencies with your technique? Man, guys have been spelling technique like TEKNIK, and I've been thinking, what kind of a platform is this? Technique. That's why I've been ignoring the question. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you can. All right. Technique. That's funny. Staying very, very, very patient to manage risk. You got to manage risk. See right here, 15-minute candle is breaking its own low right here. So I'm going to close 50%. Right here. Closed 50%. Had 20 lot open, closed 10 lots. So it's always a good idea to close, you know, to manage risk at that point. How do you calculate your position size? You just understand how much you want to risk, and then based on that, you just open your lot size. Basically, like let's say if you got a $1,000 account, you got a $1,000 account, and you just say that okay, if I got a $1,000 account, how much I want to risk from this account. Raja loves risk management, so he overtrades just to manage it. Yeah, that's true. So now this 15-minute candle is about to close. See this right here? This 15-minute candle is about to close. If this 5-minute candle breaks the low of the previous one, then I'm going to close another 50% right there. Oh, closed another 50% right there. So just by looking at the 15-minute now, if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, I'm going to close the entire position because then it makes no sense to hold the trade, right? Makes no sense at all to hold the trade at that point. So that's how you're going to keep your losses low. So it's a Friday. I'm only taking one trade, and that's about it. You know, Friday, you got to stay patient. You got to manage your risk. You got to, like, you know, make sure you don't overtrade and stuff like that. So seems like it's not going to move up from here in this point in the last, what, 5 minutes? I mean, you just got to ask yourself, right? What's the probability it's going to move back up? Probability is really, really, really low. It's going to move back up. So I closed my entire trade right here. You know, so this trade I executed based on the anticipation that since we broke above the high, kind of like respected the low, we should be continuing moving bullish, but it didn't, right? So when I closed the trade, you can look right here. 20 lots, risk was $2,400, closed the trade at $1,300 loss. So managed risk. Managing risk is really important. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is July right here. Look how July started. Loss over here, loss, 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 win, was happy, loss, loss, win, 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 and then loss, win. And this is the biggest win over here, which really put me way ahead of my schedule. So it's pretty good. But it started with a bunch of losses here, you know, so even if, like, you know, you trade for 3-4 days, 5 days, you're having losses, don't worry about those losses. Just continue on the next day as if it's a brand new day, right? Continue on with that day as if it's a brand new day, and for sure you're going to get those trades which will cover all your losses. But like overtrading would never help. Do you think gold might go up now? Gold may go up now. I think gold should continue up from this point right here. It should continue on from this point right here. I was really putting my eggs in the basket for price to continue on with the volume and then have London Open to drive price up. You know, I think the only mistake I made over here was should have just stuck to my original analysis of focusing on price to break above, you know, 151, 700, 750, this area right here. That was a buy basically just below the resistance. Yeah, Tito, you're right. Let's see here. Once the loss happens, the next trade, no matter how beautiful, it's so hard closing it. I'm profit, and this ends. What? Once the loss happens, the next trade, no matter how beautiful, it's so hard closing it, I'm profit, and this ends up causing more losses. Yeah, just read what you wrote. It's just so confusing. Raja, if gold does reverse in buys above 1803, the best, even though it might not happen during the limit section. Yeah, I think it would. Like, look, we're breaking above the high at this point. So, I mean, you know, it gets tricky at this point because the 1 hour candle is about to close. You got the 30-minute candle closing, so it does seem like it tried breaking below 1798, but now it's coming right back up over here. So, you know, like Fridays and Mondays are days where people take a lot of losses. So you got to be very, very, very careful with the way or with how many trades you take. On Friday, usually I just focus on one trade. I take that one trade, whether it's a win or a loss, and I just call it a day. That's it. But I've always been really, really impatient with losses. I'm very impatient with losses. If things don't seem to go my way, I just close it ASAP. There's no need for me to hold it. There's no need for me to pray it's going to go my way. Nothing. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Enter when candles break at the minor resistance, has clean traffic. USDJPY. You have a minor resistance right over here. Yeah. I think you need the US to open for price to continue up. You change your lot size often. Why and how do you manage it? How do you choose it? Why not equals for all trades? When I'm over trading or when I'm looking at some sort of risky entries, I lower my lot size, right? When I'm looking at a fresh session, just like New York was a fresh session yesterday, then I'm keeping my lot sizes the same, and I try to keep my lot sizes the same. You know, just like on, like if you change your lot size, like let's say if you use a 5 lot, right? You use a 5 lot once, you lose a trade on it, and then you go back to 1 lot, and if you win a trade on it, that win is not gonna cover the loss you had with the 5 lot. So you always got to keep your lot size the same. Would you consider giving GJ a second chance? No. Nope. Fridays are days where I take just one trade. And that's it. One trade, and that's all about it. So we're going to see what type of volume and London Open is going to bring in today. All right, this is the London Open at this point. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is bearish, weak bullish candle on gold. Pound yen, let's take a look at the 1 hour candle. 1 hour candle is bearish. If we break the low, will this be a fake out? But London Open is very, 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 very volatile. Goal of Friday should be to keep your profits and be alive for Tuesday. Yes, that's correct. Man, we've done a bunch of simulations on London Open, and what we've learned is that London Open is extremely, extremely volatile. So it's better to just, you know, relax whenever you have London Open. This first half hour can be pretty crazy. Do you have any plan for your live sessions? These are live sessions right now, my friend. What do you mean? Do I have any plans? What time the stream will be done in my first London session? Probably in about 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes, the stream is going to be over. Let's see here. Just keep an eye out for liquidity at the bottom, likely to be fake out, and to stop everyone in buys. Yeah, you know, these are places where things get really tricky, right? Because now we're still in this range. This is all consolidation here. So a better idea would be to wait for price to break above this area. 151,700. I tried to buy at this point, got stopped out, closed, managed risk, and that's it. Some of us with one eye closed already. Man, trust me. I wake up at like 6:30 in the morning. I go to the gym, and by the time it hits like, you know, 12:30 p.m., 1 p.m., I'm already ready for a nap. You know, my half the day is done. I'm already ready for a nap. I take that nap, and then I continue on with with the rest of the day. Does spread your trading style play a big role? Yes, spread plays a really big role in the trading style because you need to have nice spreads, right? I mean, let's say on pound yen, if your spreads are like 3 pips, 4 pips, you wouldn't be able to trade or scalp the way, like, it should be done based on a 30-minute time frames or the 1 hour time frames. So you need your spreads to be smaller, like let's say maximum 2 pips. If your spreads are bigger than 2 pips, it's just way too much. Way too much. Hey Raja, can't find my Zoom link in Slack. It's in the London session. So, spread is your bread and butter. You want it to be small. Yeah, gold also nothing. 1796. Stayed here for about, 2 hours for nothing. An hour and a half. The questions from your chat is the best thing about your stream. LMAO. Thanks. Character count. Oh, donated $5 with that. Thank you, thank you. How to get small spread? It's to get a better, look for brokerages, open up demo accounts, open up live accounts, and then see, what their spreads are over there. Talk through the gold yesterday. We already did. If you go through the stream, you're going to see where we took those gold trades and why we took the gold trades. The spread on gold 3.5 is high. Absolutely, it's pretty high, man. Yeah, 3.5 spread on gold is pretty high. Look, this is Dominion markets right here. Gold spread is 1.3, 1.5. Pound yen is 1.3, 1.2. Your JPY is 0.7, 0.3, 0.3, 0.5. Apple has 1. EuroCAD 1.3. Oh, gold spread is pretty low over here today. Very nice. Can we make it bigger? Can we? Oh yeah, we can make it bigger. Thoughts on Blackwell markets? They're okay. FTMO hit me with the 30 pip spread on GJ at rollover. This common? Yes, it's common. At rollover, spreads always go up. All the time spreads go up. And we get emails like that all the time. Hey man, rollover came, my spread got to 30 pips, 35 pips, I got stopped out, blah, blah, blah. It's very normal. It happens all the time everywhere. How do you find the spreads in MT5? You press F10. My broker charged 3.2 spread in pound yen. Oh, nice. Dab. Dab, dab, dab. Alright, let's take a look on 30-minute time frame on pound yen. We're moving up over here slowly. Above 151, 700. Did you used to trade Euro New Zealand? It has such amazing moves. Yes. I think I maybe tried that for a little while. Not a lot. Just a little while and then I stopped. Oh, look. Your GBP/USD is still in a range over here. Your JPY is slowly struggling to move up at this point. Gold is still in this non-tradable range at this point. Pound yen is slowly coming up over here, but we're still ranging. Has IC market got good spread? Yes, they have good spreads. We're creating a head and shoulder if you zoom out on the 1 hour. That's a pretty crooked head and shoulder over here on pound yen. Looks like the guy just has one shoulder over here. Isn't even a complete head and shoulders. Raja, do sells get spreads? Absolutely. Buys and sells both get spreads. Oh, gold had a move up over here. Damn. Like a 26. Almost a 30 pip move. Interesting. See, when things like these happen, they don't entice me at all. Nothing. Nothing at all. Because You want to take a trade when you have clean ranges to the left hand side. I think I misjudged, or I trusted my confidence too much today that I took a trade within the range. So that was a dumbass trade. I should have just waited for price to break above. Tried opening an account in Dominion Markets but failed, and also reduced the deposit to at least $10. Sorry, we can't reduce it to $10. You gotta be afford to trade, man. Like, if you can only afford $10 to trade, I'm sorry, trading is not for you at this point. I mean, what are you gonna do with $10? Trust me, nothing. Maybe go to IQ options and do binary trading there. That's gonna work much better. Or maybe try the demo account and see how that goes. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, probably going to be above 151, 750. It's going to be a much better option for buyers at this point. 151, 750. What are you doing to do? Oh. If your JPY is moving up, I think your USD should be following in the same steps. Oh, a little bit. Your USD is in a very, very tough position over here. Yeah, it's a very, very difficult position here. The only clean candles you have are above 1.18. Let's say 500. Above this area you have clean candles right here. It's like 14 pips away. All this area is just so difficult over here, man. Look at this. Range, up and down, choppy movement. Really, really difficult. We expected volume to push GJ at London Open due to be honest, the buy made sense. As if you look on a 30-minute, there was a rejection wick to a downside. So buys made sense, but just aggressive. Yes, that's true. They were just very aggressive. So I think now a better opportunity is going to be above 151, 700. It's going to be a little bit waiting over here now. Let's see here. Man, this is so boring, just trash, the London session. Just need a break above this area here to have some sort of excitement, but other than that, it's just so much waiting around. I believe this is the 1 hour volume candle. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, would want to see a solid break above this area. That's the whole thing, because we're just consolidating. Yeah, we're just consolidating at this point. I'm going to be waiting for that too, 151, 700. To break above 151, 700. This should say 700 over here now based on a 15-minute time frame. So we'll see if we can get that break up. If we can get that break up. I'm trying to buy a motorcycle right now. I'm trying to get into bikes. I'm not into bikes, but I'm trying to get into bikes right now. But I'm looking for a heavy bike, where you don't have to change its gears, you know, like one of those automatic ones. Like, you know, when you have mopeds or those little scooters, they're automatic, right? So I'm trying to get a heavy bike where you don't have to switch gears. You just go and it just goes, you know. Because holding the clutch and changing the gear, I mean, all that is just too confusing. All right, what's this? Let's check this out. This strategy works on indices. Candle formations, they work. 450F. 5-speed wet clutch chain drive. Yeah, I don't know about the wet clutch. I don't want to use the wet clutch. Where gear I got T-boned by. Oh, what's this? Are these scooters? Honda scooters? Yeah, I saw these scooters. I saw. Oh, these ones. Oh, okay. What I'm gonna get one of these, and then I'm gonna try to see. So this for me would be like trying a demo account. So, so I'm gonna get one of these, and then I'm gonna try to get a bigger one, and we'll see how good they go. Buy Hayabusa. Man, Hayabusa is gonna run me over, bro. It's too fast. You guys trying to kill me or what? Wow, gold is coming back up over here. I think it's going to be much better to wait for 1806 and 1807. 1806 and 1807 is going to be much better. Can you please advise if this was a good trade or not? Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this chart. This is reason to take it. It was bearish without any wick and a continued full bearish. Oh, nice. Took the trade when 20-minute candle turned bullish. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I rate it. Yeah, this is a very nice one over here. All right, we're coming up over here now. 151, 700 coming up. Candle's about to close over here as well on the 15-minute time frame. 30-minute candle has broken the highs over here. Slowly, once we cross 151, 700, I think we're on our way back to 151, 950. So we shall see whether we will reject this area or we will break through this area. Royal Enfield Meteor. Oh, this is a nice bike over here. Damn. $350 2021. How much does this cost? 300,000. Almost like $2,500. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Electric fuel injection, kickstart, air cooled. We still, oh, we're about to break over here. 151, 700 is about to break. We are about to break above this area, 151, 700. The 15-minute candle has just started. We needed to make a lower wick and then break above. If we don't make a lower wick, then I'm not entering this trade. Since I already have a losing trade, I wanted to make a lower wick and then break above. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stand aside and I'm just gonna watch it fly by. So there are even requirements to, like, you know, take this kind of trades. All right, let's see over here. Nice. This is awesome. I'm going to look into this. Probably in the next month, I'm going to get a bike. Why a lower wick? What's the important? The importance is because look, the previous candle has a lower wick and a top wick, right? So what's the probability that this candle needs a lower wick to go up? You know, and that lower wick would be a liquidity grab for price to continue up. So that's what I want to see. I want this candle to make a lower wick and then continue moving up. Otherwise, I'll have to wait for the 30-minute candle to close. because 30-minute candle would make much more sense because we've also broken above these areas over here too. So we don't know whether this new 15-minute candle, it will reject in the same area to come back down, or what's it going to do? So that's what we'll have to wait. Lower wick on another time frame? No, not really, because another time frame other than 15-minute is the 5-minute, and 5-minute confirmations are not strong enough confirmations. Yeah, so we'll have to wait. Got to wait. Oh wow, look at this one right here. This is even better. $3,000. Man, I could write this all day long. Kickstart, fuel injection, wet, multiple plate. I don't even know what this means. We'll see. Do we have to have a chance to get in gold? Getting in gold, I think it's going to be better to wait for 1807. Wait for 1807. That's going to be much better if you wait for 1807. Is this a regular time in streaming? Yes. Oh, nice. Look at this. You got the BMW scooter over here. Got the maps and everything. Alright, so we're getting the lower wick now. Perfect. We've made the lower wick. Now we need to break our own high at 151,700 to continue moving bullish. Someone bought gold. Someone sold gold. Someone bought gold and sold gold. Oh wow. Yeah, I'd be very cautious of this area. Yeah, I'd be very cautious about this area. I'd probably wait for 1807. I might have buy stops for pre-NY and NY open at 1808. How much is the average monthly payment of a house in Pakistan? There is no monthly payment of the house. If you want to buy a house, you buy it cash. There's no such thing as payments in Pakistan. Wick on GJ downside is done. That's correct. Now just gotta wait for it to break its own high. 151,700. We got 10 minutes left till the 30-minute candle close. 30-minute candle close. There's no mortgage here. There is mortgage, but it's very rare you get mortgage. Very, very rare, because the rates are really high. The rates are like 12%. 12% mortgage rates. To imagine that, right? In Canada, I paid 3.5% rate. Here they are 12%, even if you get it. You know, so most people just buy houses cash. They buy cars cash. They buy phones cash. You know, they buy everything cash. There are no installments. There's nothing like that. On cars, sometimes you can get installments, but most people prefer to buy things cash. What's the price? What was the price of my house? I think it was under $400,000. Under $400,000. All right, gold is coming up over here now. So above 1807, it would make sense for price to continue bullish. $18.07. Pound yen rejecting this area. Where do people in Pakistan get cash to buy homes? They save money, man. I've talked about this before. The biggest differences I've seen living in the West versus living here is people live in the West to have the best of the best things, the newest things. That's what they focus on. And when you focus on having the newest things, they cost more. When they cost more, you can't save money, right? Here it's the opposite. Here, people save to buy a home. Their whole mission in life is to buy a home. You know, that's what they do over here. They buy a trash car. My uncle just built a huge home. Huge home. Let me see if we can get pictures over here. But he built a huge home. He buys it like a shit car. You know, so he's like, my aim was to build this home, and now that home's built. That home has 10 rooms in it, centrally air conditioned, cooled, basement, ground floor, top floor, prayer rooms on every floor, 4 kitchens. He's got a big family too, so he did it all on his own, saving money, buying a shit car, and just, you know, got that done. So, like, you know, those things are different. The commitments are different, goals are different. So that's what I realized over here. You can't compensate for inside emptiness by having many external things. That's absolutely true. Have you traveled to India? No. Can you explain why cars in Pakistan go up in value? Yes, because the currency is going down, so that's why they go up. How much average people make in Pakistan? Seems like they have to save for a lifetime. Yeah, normally, like, you know, people, they collectively join finances and then they buy homes. You know, like average salary if you graduate is like 40,000 rupees. I would say like $350 a month. $350, $400 a month. Like your average pay right there for a graduate. And then obviously, like, you know, most people have businesses here too. So my mission in life is to get enough money to get a hair transplant. Perfect, Jason. You're gonna get there. Trust me. Have you been in Kashmir? Yes. The one thing that surprised me here in India, you'll find a rich guy with no car, only a scooter. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's totally different. Like, look at it this way, right? We living in a developing country, we look at people living in the West. We look at them driving the best cars, right? Having the best phones, having the best watches, but they're all on financing. Everything's on financing. Phones in the West are on financing. Cars are on finance. They don't own them. Banks own them, right? So when I came back down the way, I realized, man, we have it good. Here, you buy a car, you buy it cash, it's yours. You buy a house, you buy it cash, it's yours. You can do whatever you want on it. You know, I mean, it's just how it is. You know, so it's just an illusion that people in the West are living great lives. No, man, you got so much debt. Mortgages. Debt brings stress. Can't save money at the end of the day. You're just trapped in that system. So I tell this to everyone, like, listen, if you can start something online, anything online, any business online, you can escape that, I would say, the rat race and go live somewhere where you'll be comfortable. You know, I've been saying this since COVID started. I've been saying this all the time. Start something online. Anything. Services, making graphics for somebody, making websites, sell something online, small products, bigger products, anything. Trading. The West has wages to support that. I'm sure the average wage in Pakistan is laughable. That's true, but people own their own homes. Banks don't own the homes, they own their own homes. I've seen people happy living in small homes, driving shit cars, and driving on motorbikes. I've seen people unhappy living in bigger homes with a lot of debt and mortgage. You know, trust me, the biggest problem a society has is debt. If you don't have debt, you don't have any problems at all. That's the truth. You know, I've seen more people in debt in Canada and the US than I've seen people in debt being here. They don't have debt. So you got to look at how people live in the other parts of the world before you say that those countries are poor and this and that. Just don't have any debt. You know, because they spend what they can afford. They don't spend what they can't afford. Credit card here is like, you pull out a credit card, guy looks at you, oh, credit card, let me find the machine. You know, because people don't use credit cards that much. They use cash. I pull out my credit card, they're like, the other's like, oh shit, hey, where's the machine? The guy has a credit card. Yeah, GJ is just shit right now. It's just ranging at this point now. Gold gonna wait for 1807 or 1796. Realistically, I'm gonna wait for gold at 1807. At least buying an investment thing with debt. Man, come on, man. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Development countries are not poor, they just don't borrow as much. That's true. Why did you ever give a thought to stay in Dubai and then home country is just a couple of flights to Pakistan? Because I don't know, I wanted to be close to my family and where I grew up. I really missed. Whenever I would come back to Pakistan for a visit, before leaving, I would always think to myself, why am I not staying over here? Why am I going back? Why? My brother is the opposite. He loves to be there, and I just wanted to be here. And when I was in a position to make that move, I just did it. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, hey, listen, we're gonna move back, and that was it. Should have done this last year or 2 years ago. Have you been in Africa? No, not yet. Can you please explain copy trading option in Dominion markets? We explained it in the stream yesterday, so you can go watch the stream yesterday. It's literally, we explained it step by step in yesterday's stream. Regarding max loss per day, if you are just break even in the last 4 days, could I double my max daily loss? No, don't double your risk. If you've look, this is the good thing about magic keys here. Look at this right here, right? Number of trade ideas taken, one loss. Risk, how much did I lose? I lost 0.44%, and that's it. I'm done for the day. You know, my risk is done, and I'm done for the day. I'm not going to trade anymore. Nowadays, you can't be closed-minded about different sources of income, especially online. You can't rely on 9 to 5s, here, there, today, gone tomorrow. Yeah, man. Creighton, credit repair, he got it right. 9 to 5s are awesome. They're perfectly fine, awesome. But if you can start something online at the same time, that's even better. That's even better. Because number one, you can be replaced in a job by automation. Number two, if you don't want to take the jab, right? The companies are going to say, well, too bad, son. You don't want to take the jab, you can no longer work over here. That's another thing that's going to happen. There's going to be a divide between vaccinated people and unvaccinated people. Like in the UK, they already have different lines for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. They're going to create this divide. And yeah, it's pretty fucked up. So that's why I moved back over here to be safe. How do you control your emotions during a trade? You just let it go. You know, you just let the trade run and just wait for the results. So that if we really do truly come up to this point right here, if we do come up to this point, my idea is going to work, and I'm going to say, okay, you know what? Perfect. If for some reason price did not go all the way up towards 151,900 or 151,950, then I'm going to look at that and say that, okay, if I took this trade and if I took a loss, what could I have done differently, right? What could I have done differently to avoid that loss, or to really minimize that loss? Because obviously I had an analysis and it didn't play out. How could I have really reduced that risk? This guy talking nonsense. I'm from the UK. There's no divide yet. Okay, one moment here. UK airport. Vaccinated people. All right, there we go. Looks like I know more about your country than you know it for yourself over here. Heathrow to trial fast tracking vaccinated arrivals. What does this mean? If you're vaccinated, you're going to go through the thing quick. If you're unvaccinated, you're going to go stand in the other part where you're going to get tested. So obviously, this is a line right here, right? With fast track lanes at Heathrow for fully vaccinated people, and passenger full routes will be held upon the vaccinated. Upload their vaccination status. It's like having a visa. It's going to start this weekend. Moves around. Heathrow passenger numbers collapse. See, look at this. So you know. Oh, he said yet. Well, now you can say whatever you want. But you know, it's right here. It's going to start this weekend, early this week. Sajid Javed said the need for fully vaccinated adults to isolate when they return from member is this country. Yeah. Someone is saying it's not happening. Just like how the vaccines are not going to happen, they're happening. Anyway, I'm going to head off, guys. Take care, everybody. Have fun. It's glad to have everyone here today again. Long live freedom. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Raja. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Thank you, Raja.
Thank you, bosses of bosses.